This is Will Davis with the Monroe County Reporter. Here are some of the top stories in this week's newspaper. An 18-year-old Monroe County jail inmate, already charged with raping and killing his aunt 2 years ago, is now also charged with arson. That's because Dante Krieger, who is now 18 years old, was caught, according to reports, lighting a fire with a cigarette lighter, lighting some boxer shorts and toilet paper on fire in his cell. It all started last week when Monroe County jailers found he had confiscated a small pen as a weapon. They took that from him and put it in a separate cell. Later, the fire alarm went off in the jail, and they found the fire going in his cell. And then he proceeded to defecate on the jail floor in front of the jailers. Sheriff Brad Freeman said he doesn't think the jailers get paid enough to deal with this. See more details in this week's Reporter. Well, it's official. The Falls View Restaurant in High Falls is no more. It was bought by Monroe County Commissioners on Tuesday for $347,000 to make room for a fire station and community room in the old restaurant, which will be converted to barracks, as they'll also add on a base station for the fire trucks. The owner of the restaurant, Ricky Lynn Estes, told the Reporter that she felt like the Lord gave her the restaurant 3 years ago. She's been very successful and enjoyed a lot of success on the weekends when they're open for their catfish and hush puppies, and now she felt like this was her sign that it was time to sell. Find more details in this week's Reporter.
Take a cue from me. Do you really want to be informed? Subscribe to the Reporter. It's only $40 a year. And do it today.
Told you you're the best thing I ever saw.
Hi, my name is Terry Johnson, and I write Monroe Outdoors for the Reporter. Summer is a great time of the year. We probably spend more time outside during the summer than at any other season of the year. In our backyards, we're having cookouts with our friends and families, we're gardening, and we're just enjoying the beauty in our backyards. One of the things that makes our backyard so beautiful are the flowers we plant there, and of course the flying flowers that are attracted to them. Of course, I'm talking about butterflies. However, over the last few weeks, I've been receiving a number of reports from Monroe County saying that they're just not seeing the number of butterflies they expect to see in their backyards at this time of the year. In this week's Reporter, I'm doing a column about the results of the 2021 Piedmont National Wildlife Refuge Rum Creek Wildlife Management Area butterfly count. The results of this count can give us some idea as to whether these fears are real or just fake news.
This book is too funny. You guys should get a copy of On the Porch at the Monroe County Reporter office. Don't delay, do it today.
A Forsyth woman and her 2 teenage passengers somehow avoided serious injury on Tuesday on the interstate when they wrecked and landed on top of a guardrail. Janae Wright was on her way to the river with 2 14-year-old girls. When the accident happened, she said she didn't see a car in the left-hand lane, tried to change lanes, wound up having a collision. She careened up a bank in the median and landed on the northbound guardrail on the opposite side, which prevented her from going into oncoming traffic. Find out more details in this week's Reporter.
Hello, this is Steve Reese with the Monroe County Reporter Incidents of the Week. A suspicious man talking to himself while sitting at a computer was reported to the police by Monroe County Library employees on June the 28th. When Kimberly Barnett responded to the call, she heard the man say, "F that." Several female employees told the corporal he made them feel uneasy and wanted him removed from the property and not returned. They said he came in nearly every day and was acting strange. Barnett told the man he needed to leave and not return. He then logged off the computer and left. A man told Deputy Mosley that his biggest goat was stolen from his home on Blue Ridge School Road on July the 5th around 8:20 a.m. The man said he discovered his white goat was missing the day before, and he believes one of his neighbors took it and cooked it. Mosley asked him why he thought someone took his goat to eat it, and the man responded that he had been asked before by multiple neighbors and people associated with them if they could get a goat to cook for their get-togethers. He said he suspected a neighbor at one of the houses across the street had gotten his goat. Literally.
Case of the week.
The Jonesboro man seemed to think it was a good idea to flee Monroe County deputies last Thursday. Then he realized he was running right into the Georgia Public Safety Training Center. So he veered his Mercedes down a railroad bed, became stuck, and surrendered when a canine was hot on his trail, according to the report.
Take a cue from me. Do you really want to be informed? Subscribe to the Reporter. It's only $40 a year. And do it today.
Hey y'all, it's Tammy Rafferzeder for the Monroe County Reporter. This week is all about jobs in the classifieds. There are 11 help wanted ads in this week's Monroe County Reporter classifieds, plus additional businesses needing workers throughout the paper. To highlight just a few of the job openings, the Monroe County Sheriff's Office is seeking civilian court bailiffs and school crossing guards. Both positions require a high school diploma or a GED equivalent, no criminal history or past illegal drug use, a valid driver's license, and you must be at least 20 years old. You can pick up applications at the Sheriff's Department located at 145 L. Carey Biddick Drive, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Application deadline is July 26th. And for you folks that like hands-on work, Harvey's Plumbing is seeking irrigation installers, Johnson's Plumbing is seeking plumbers and plumbers helpers, and Ralph Incorporated is seeking skilled carpenters, sawmen, and laborers. For Harvey's, call 478-994-2803 to set up an appointment. For Johnson's, call 478-994-2387. And for Ralph Incorporated, call 478-297-1597. Almost every restaurant in Forsyth is hiring. See ads from Shoney's, McDonald's, Zaxby's, and more in this week's Reporter. Now that Georgia is open and we have stopped those Joe Biden free benefits to stay at home, the unemployment office is requiring you to search for jobs. Happy job hunting. Oh, and don't forget to pick up a copy of the Reporter at almost any local retailer for just $1, or subscribe to have it delivered directly to your mailbox for only 77 cents per copy. That's a saving of $12 off the annual cost. You can call us at 478-994-2358 or subscribe online at www.mymcr.net. Y'all have a fantastic week.
Whoa, did you see this? I can't put this paper down. I have to subscribe to this Reporter. It's only $40 a year.
Hey, this is Diane Gladwell reporting for the Monroe County Reporter, and the July 14th paper is just full of stories that reflect well on Monroe County and the people in it. One of them is kind of a hidden gem. Tracy Buff, who is a longtime Monroe County resident, shared that he has been giving a week of his time since 1987 to the ARC camp. That's a camp that's for disabled citizens and not children necessarily. This is for people of all ages that don't have the opportunities that camp provides. And he talked about what a joy it's been for him and something he looks forward to, because he sees these individuals gain so much from being able to spend this week each summer away from their usual routines.
A Pepsi-Cola tractor trailer went up in flames at the Juliet Country Store on Friday, July 9th. Monroe County firefighters responded to the blaze, which had the tractor trailer totally engulfed in flames. Thankfully, there was no Pepsi product on board, and no Coca-Cola drivers were suspected in the area at the time. See more details in this week's Reporter. A Forsyth woman faced her third DUI arrest in 5 years on Monday, July 5th. Stephanie Mercer of Forsyth, 44, of Montpelier Road, was stopped after a bolo was called into 911 in her driveway in a Nissan Pathfinder. She was found to be odor of alcohol on her person, and she was charged with DUI. Just 6 months ago, very similar situation. She was stopped in her driveway and was charged with DUI that time. 4 years ago, she also pled guilty to another DUI. See more details in this week's Reporter. In sports, Mary Persons High School making some changes in its soccer program. Longtime girls head coach Dallas Hall will now be over both programs, the boys and the girls. He'll be the head coach of both genders. Yes, there are two at the Mary Persons soccer team. His wife, Casey Hall, formerly at FPD, a soccer assistant coach and softball coach, will move up to Mary Persons, where she will also teach PE and weightlifting and help coach the girls. And Hall said he's still looking for someone to help with the boys soccer program. The boys used to be a region competitor every year, but the last 3 years under Andrew Stevick, they have a losing record, and so the Mary Persons administration decided to make a change. See more details in this week's Reporter.
This is Baby's daddy.
And this is Baby's granddaddy.
And we're here to give you some advice.
Dear Baby's daddy, I've been with my girl for 2 years, ever since we graduated from Mary Persons High School. I still can't get her to say yes. What can I do? Signed, still trying.
Say yes to what?
Dear Baby's daddy, I have lived in Forsyth a long time. I am still looking for a good man with no bad habits. Am I crazy? Signed, just wondering.
Yes. Yes.
Dear Baby's daddy, my boyfriend's gonna be 21 years old in a couple of weeks. What do you think he'd like for his birthday?
You know what he'd like, but get him a tie anyway.
Dear Baby's daddy, I have been with my baby's daddy for 6 years. He says he loves me, but he never talks about getting married. Do you think he is just with me for what he can get?
Well, what's he getting? Got one for you this time, Baby's granddaddy.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, dear Baby's granddaddy.
Okay.
I am an elderly woman, and my old man has started chasing young girls all around Monroe County.
Oh.
What should I do? Signed, he's old but bold.
Well, Muchacho likes to chase cars too. But if he ever caught one, he wouldn't know what to do with it.
This is Baby's daddy.
And this is Baby's granddaddy.
Signing off.